Angie. Hey, girl. We about to start in a few. Just wait for a couple more people to get into the room, and then we'll get started. And thank you for joining me, girl.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad I was like, oh, it's time.
So yeah. So as of right now, I'm gonna keep it at 2 o'clock, but the time may change moving forward. It depends. I'm gonna just get a feel of what's a good time for people to come through when they're not working and stuff. Because I don't think this 2 o'clock time slot is a really good one, to be honest. But we'll play around with it and see. Hey, Happy. Hey, Chris. So we're going to be getting started in a couple of more minutes. And happy World Smile Day, y'all. Today is officially World Smile Day. So be sure to share a smile with somebody today. I smile at least 250 times a day, so my jaw. I'm actually not going to talk. I was thinking about bringing this as one of the tea stories for today, but I was like, nah, maybe talk later. But I don't. Did y'all see on y'all timelines where that fake Atlanta veneer tech done got
Yeah,
arrested? Girl,
messing up people's teeth and stuff, and all them comments was like, yeah, he did it to me too.
stupid. That reminded me of what was his name? What was Dr. Love?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, hey, my favorite Taurus. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get started and get the Sherry news out of the way. So she opened up her show. I actually thought she had on a really, really, really cute outfit on today. And this time I actually took pictures away. I was like, I want to share this because she looks cute. That wig was wigging. I love. I'm gonna share a photo in a couple of seconds, as soon as it finishes uploading. But yeah, I thought that was so cute and got on the cutest red shoes. But I really, really, really like that bob wig. That was cute on her. Her wigs, and I wonder if these are wigs from her wig line. I would imagine so, especially this being her show.
Oh yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I like the fit.
Yeah, she looks cute. And one thing I've noticed, because it looks like the show has been on what for a couple of maybe is this still premiere week? I think it's still premiere week. But what I'm noticing about this third season, and I'm really happy about it, is that John Murray isn't busy like trying to share his unfunny jokes. And please don't get me wrong, because I love, love, love John Murray. I love it, like what he does and stuff. I love that he's very pro-black and all of that. But he really be trying to crack jokes and feed off of share. And I'm like, baby, you're not funny. Leave joke telling to the comedians. Let me see. I took notes of what she talked about. Oh, so she said so she started off the show saying that she can't believe she has a talk show because she used to get in trouble for talking too much. Those quote unquote talking too much. No, baby. It wasn't that you were talking too much, it was what you was talking about. I'm a work in progress. I think I mentioned this yesterday when it comes to like being a forgiving person. As an Aries, that's like not really a trait that we're too familiar with, but I'm working on it. And people like Sherry, who has she's actually been very supportive of her best friend Niecy Nash and her marriage. Because you remember a long time ago when Sherry was on The View, she kind of shitted on gay marriage. She was saying, because of her religious background, she doesn't think that same sex couples should be married. A marriage should be between a man and a woman. And the thing about that was like she said all that unprovoked. Like nobody asked her that, and
Oh,
she
nobody
still
asked her
shared it.
about that.
Mhm. And then Mario Cantone, like, cause she, of course, she tried to come on to the View and apologize and clarify and all of that. But Mario Cantone was like, what really bothers me about this year, you and I are friends, but like this, you said that unprovoked. I could see if somebody asked you that and you gave that as an answer, but you just shared that out of nowhere, and it's like, dang, girl, I thought we was cool.
Yeah, to say that unprovoked is like, oh, that's you've been thinking about that for a long time. Like I could
It,
get, like what you said, I could get if they were having a conversation about, you know, marriage or relationships and stuff, and she put her input because of her, religion. But yeah, unprovoked. That's ooh.
a mess. So then she went on to talk. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
But no problem. I was gonna say it is so sad, especially for folks that look like us. They lean on the concept of religion when it's really ignorance, and they always backpedal when the thing that they're against, someone that either closely aligned with them or would have, or even themselves, wake it up. They
Wake it
al-
up.
they align with that thing that they say that they're against. So I really hate that argument because it really has no basis in anything. So hopefully, with her exposure, with having Niecy Nash and other folk that are fans of Dorothy, she
Hmm.
continue to improve on what she thinks about worldviews in general, especially when it comes to humanity. So
I wonder if she still thinks the world is flat.
Anyway, what is her religion? What is?
Christian. She's
Oh,
as
I don't
far
know
as I know,
why I
I think
thought
it's
she was a.
Christian.
I don't know why I thought she was Jehovah Witness. That must be somebody else.
That's because
It's
she probably
definitely a
wanted her to
woman.
she wanted Prince to marry her so she could become a Jehovah's Witness. That's probably
Oh
what that
yeah, I was
was.
like, I remember something.
And speaking of Prince, she went on to talk about him next. So there's actually gonna I think she said I actually missed this because I was fixing coffee at the time. But I think she said Sheila E is partnered with Airbnb because the fans of the Purple Rain movie, they get to stay in the Purple House for $7 a night because seven was Prince's favorite number.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then she also talked about, that infamous Prince interview on The View, where she actually told Prince to his face, "I wanted to make love to you my whole life," and Prince got up and walked out.
Yeah, I do remember that movie.
Hmm. And she was saying how because Prince and Whoopi were really close, so she was like Whoopi was actually really mad at her because of that. I believe it. And I wonder if Norman that used to be on Wendy Williams' show, if he because I remember he started off working with Sherry like on the first season, because Sherry took like a lot of people that worked for the Wendy show on her team. But I
Mhm.
remember hearing somewhere that she actually fired a lot of them and started fresh. So I wonder if Norman is still on the team. I highly doubt it because the hot topics, quote unquote, that she's been getting have not been hot. They've actually been very lukewarm. Like she was just talking about how when did this happen? Like last week when DDG um when they was at him and Hallie was at that Usher concert and Usher tried to feed Hallie a cherry and DDG blocked it. He grabbed the cherry and started feeding it to Hallie himself.
Yeah, yeah. She delayed on that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking about that on today's show. And speaking of, I know I'm sure y'all probably saw the news that DDG released a statement that he and Hallie have parted ways shortly after that baby was born.
Yeah. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
said, what they say? Oh, Hallie went to go celebrate her brother's birthday, and the and TG was like, "Let's break up." I was like, "Oh,
That's messed up. Let me stay out of straight people business, honey. I was actually rooting for them. I wanted them to be together. I thought they were cute together. I know I'm probably like very alone in that, but I was rooting for them. But people kept saying they see signs in him that's not good, and they kind of saw this coming. And I have to agree. Like the signs were there. I was just choosing to willfully ignore them.
yeah,
And another late hot topic she talked about today was Tupperware filing for bankruptcy. I think I talked about that last
whoa,
week.
yeah, you told us about that." Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, man. She need to shuffle around the little producers or something because they handing her some old stuff. Somebody went on vacation
Hmm.
or
Well,
something.
Sherry
Like,
girl, Sherry or Mr. John Murray, if y'all hear this, I am available. Call me or email me, whichever your preferred method of contact. I take it all. And I love juicy gossip. And I thrive. I literally wake up reading it to see what's the juiciest gossip in the news. So yeah, y'all call me. Call me Sherry Thing. So Niecy Nash was actually her next guest that she interviewed. And
oh,
yep. So I like their friendship. I think their friendship is so cute. And then she called Jessica, Niecy's wife. She said, "Your husband." I thought that was just too cute. And kept calling her JB because her name is Jessica Betts.
mm-hmm.
And Niecy was on there promoting her that new show, Grotesquerie. And I haven't started watching it yet, but I do plan to. And she mentioned that she was offered to be the secondary lead of that show, but she advocated for herself. She was like, "No, I want to be the lead." So they made her the lead. So good for her. And I also saw that Courtney B. Vance was in that show. So I was like, okay, I didn't know he was in that show too. And then she mentioned she's going to be in that other show that's coming out called All Fair or All's Fair with Kim Kardashian or something like that.
Oh, I did see. Okay, so that's what it was called. Okay.
So she said she's going to be in that. Then they just did some random stuff like Niecy pretty much had crickets or answering a question about her finances and stuff like that, or eat a mystery meat sandwich or answer this question. It was just so weird. I was like, oh God, girl, I know Niecy ready to go home.
She there because they friends, bro.
hmm And the next thing she had was a woman named Julia, who, and I thought this was pretty cool because Julia started her fitness journey at 63 years old. I actually took a picture of her too. Let me share that really quick. So I forgot how old Julie said that she was now, but she started her fitness journey, and then like a year after she started her fitness journey, she started doing like bodybuilding competitions, and she did that at I got another picture to share that, and that's a bad blue suit Julie wearing, honey. I said, get it, girl. And I'm gonna share this other picture where y'all can see it up close. Look at that. 63 years old. So that's she was 63 years old in that photo. Oh, excuse me, 64 years old. I think she said she did it a year after starting her fitness journey because somebody in the gym saw how like hard she was going and told her like she needed to compete. And she was like, "What do you mean compete?" Because her words were they would talk about like she wanted they say you're disciplined. She was like, "Well, I don't think I'm disciplined because you don't." She loved going to the gym, and she says you don't need to be disciplined to do something you love. Uh, I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll get there one day. You're gonna have to discipline me to get me into the gym, honey. I'm sorry. And y'all could probably see on slide number 2 that I shared the link. So that way instead of going on sherryshowtv.com, I put a direct link on her real good time getaway competition. So where you put the word of the day in, and today's word of the day is adventure. So go ahead and sign up and try to win your free trip on Sherry. That includes you too, Will.
Mm-mm. Y'all got it. XOXO.
So let's see. I think that's pretty much it for the Sherry show today. Yep, that's it for the Sherry show. So we'll see. I think I forgot who she said is gonna be coming on there Monday, but we'll be back with some more Sherry news after the weekend. So now let's get into the tea, honey. So there's actually no Diddy updates. I saw some Diddy news, but I decided not to share it because it's like it's really not news. This is pretty much stuff that people keep saying is Diddy adjacent news, where people say, "Oh, I was at the parties," and that girl that I was talking about yesterday who need to find new counsel for her case. She was pretty much saying, I saw a story about her saying, "Oh, I saw Reverend Al Sharpton and Diana Ross at a Diddy party that we was at one day." I'm like, "Of course you did, girl. He was known for throwing parties. Like not the freak offs I'm talking about. Like he was literally known for throwing the all white parties. People were going to these Diddy parties after award shows. Like he was known for throwing parties. So yes, I'm sure you've seen a lot of celebrities. But what we were worried about is the ones who were doing predatory things in these parties. So, and I don't think people like Diana Ross, Reverend Al Sharpton, I don't know, but I just don't see them in that light like that. But whatever, I decided not to share any Diddy news today because it's really not really any good updates. So I keep watching, and whatever update y'all I see, y'all gonna know about it. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was Cardi and Offset, honey. So Offset, this is why I don't understand celebrities. Because you know good and well if you do something like go live or share a photo, there's a lot of people, myself included, who like to look at the details of the picture, look at the background, look at what you're drinking, looking at the coffee table. So fans, they saw the coffee, they pretty much noticed that, oh, you still in the same house with Cardi B, ain't you? So Cardi B responded, and I just shared this link from Hot New Hip Hop, and she said Cardi B says, and I quote, "One thing I don't want to entertain is, oh, we're in the same crib. Come upstairs. Let's sleep together." I don't want to entertain that because that's what keeps us being in the same trap. Well, I'm glad she knows that. She says it's like, oh, we sleep together, we cuddling, the next day we smiling, and then guess what? The same day we argue, and then we get back in that cycle. It's kind of hard, and I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to get emotional. But it's kind of hard when, as an adult, you're going to get used to a certain type of lifestyle without being with somebody. But it's also kind of hard for your kids to get used to that. So it's like slowly but surely that has to happen. I don't ever want my little baby to get used to like my dad or get used to my cousin. Carter be the position. He said it just like it takes time and I don't know how to explain it, but everything is dead. Okay, girl, I don't know who you're trying to convince, me or yourself.
All
Because
right, girl.
we already know you getting back with that man, honey. It's just a matter of when. And then I think I remember doing a poll, and pretty much the whole room, I think we voted unanimously that we believe that Cardi B will be getting back with her child's father. And some more celebrity tea, honey, about broken households. Y'all know I like to talk about ever since that Dave Grohl story broke, honey. I don't even listen to the Foo Fighters music at all. I couldn't even tell you a Foo Fighters song. But baby, this is some juicy tea when he had that outside baby on her after being married to her for so long. And now it was a close source to them was telling we was talking in the news and pretty much told that he's like doing everything she wants. He's doing like stuff at like running her errands and stuff like that, trying to get back in her good graces because he really wants to stay married to her. You know, they had 21 years of marriage. She kind of like, okay, well, I mean, well, if you're gonna do it, do it. I don't think she's gonna stay with him. I really think she's gonna. I think that outside baby really put a damper on her feelings, baby. I don't think she's gonna stick around. She might. I could be wrong, but I don't think she will. Especially hearing stuff like this. He's desperately trying to quote unquote divert his focus to be there for his wife. So they actually can't because the Foo Fighters were on tour and they actually canceled the show because of the scandal. So apparently he's trying. Good luck, honey, but I think you might need to focus your attention on something else and realize when something is done. The wife don't trust him, and the kids damn sure don't trust him no more. So,
So essentially, his food phallus is mess up everybody's money.
exactly. Come on with the food phallus. Just
I know
slinging
who's
it out here
going
left and right.
more than him. Like, we trying to get the money.
So good luck with them. Y'all know I like white people news when it's juicy, honey. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, which should come at no surprise to y'all, like if y'all been, I know most of y'all don't know much about like New York and stuff like that, but they actually did a poll, and 69% of the poll from mayors, 69% of New Yorkers believe that Mayor Eric Adams should resign. That doesn't. I think the only thing that surprised me, group of people, especially a group of black people that do ride with him, but for the most part, we didn't like him from the beginning. And yes, I'm saying we because I'm including myself. I feel like being in New York since what 2008. I think I'm a New Yorker now. So some people may argue with that, but whatever. And give me a show of emoji, a thumbs up or thumbs down emojis. Are y'all familiar with Sydney Star? Okay, so long story short, Sydney Star is a I kind of knew Will would know, but Sydney Star is a I would say she's a trans activist. She's a reality show personality and now model, a OnlyFans model. But back in the day, like in she was one of the trans girls that been around Chingy. Y'all remember the rapper Chingy?
Yeah, yeah.
Will, y'all put Will put in the comments activist. Yes, activist. She do advocate for the trans girlies. But she made a name for herself pretty much being a liar. She said that she was around Chingy, she was messing around with him, Chingy was into her and stuff like that. And it turns out that like they took a photo together because she took it as a fan. You know, Chingy was just being nice taking that photo with her. So she later came out admitted that she lied. But it was kind of like too late because even after that, his career kind of took a dive because of that. Because homophobia in hip hop, transphobia in hip hop, they kind of just kind of blackballed Chingy for a little bit. So yeah, but anyway, recently she's been in the news because she's been linked to Darius McQuarrie. Y'all know Eddie Winslow from Family Matters. They did a
Yeah.
OnlyFans together. I didn't see it. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they was kissing, sucking, and mucking on each other. I don't know. But yes, honey, OnlyFans. It was almost like a commercial, and with the OnlyFans linking it, he was kissing all up on her and stuff like. I was like, oh, okay, Eddie, okay. But I say all this to say because she did an interview saying that Darius McQuarrie actually helped her pay for her gender surgery with his Soft 4 royalties.
Oh,
So yeah, I love to see my trans sisters getting loved on. I really do. Like this just warms my heart. However, with his past and his history, I just kind of wish like get somebody else to do it because because he was beating the hell out of Superhead when he was with her. So I don't know. Allegedly, you got to put the allegedly. I don't want to get sued. But what is not alleged, they was doing an interview together with Adam 22, and then she pretty much mentioned how because he was just sitting there like looking to I want to play this so bad, but I fear that maybe if I embed it, I fear that we might have like a delay and stuff. So I'm gonna actually just copy the link and post it in there. Y'all can look at the video. So it's just a few seconds. Let me see if this. Oh yeah, so it looks like the video is embedded in the nest.
Oh,
So y'all
cool.
can go ahead and play that video. I'm gonna be quiet for like a few seconds. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. Then we'll come back and discuss it.
He very quiet.
So yes, you saw it. And then when she stood up and showed that ass, he was like, "Oh God." So yeah, I think there's something to that, honey. But congrats to her. That's an expensive surgery. So I'm glad South Four was able to pay for it. But
Yeah.
that's who Sydney Star is. She's a mess, honey. But I like her. I like her messiness. I just hate that she made a name for herself by having to lie. Cause and if you was gonna lie about somebody, girl, do somebody that was bigger than Chingy at the time. Like whatever. Let's see. The next story that I have, I know y'all ain't gonna care about because this when it comes to my husband in my head, I know y'all don't see it for him too much, but I love him. And 50 said he doesn't want to do music like no more these days. He said because in order for him to have to do music, I just shared this link from Hot New Hip Hop. He was saying that in order for him to write music, he would have to channel his inner stupid to compete with or to blend in with today's music that he has going on. And honestly, he's not wrong. He's not don't you thank the Lord for that, Will. Don't you leave my husband alone. Now, what'd you say, Benji? I think I missed you.
Channel it.
Hmm. And another second, but I saw this. So somebody on Mariah's team, honey, is suggesting that she's having money problems, Mariah Carey. Now, I don't believe the Queen of Christmas is having money troubles for 1 second, especially around when it comes to like November and December, honey. And you can't escape. You can't go into a retail store anywhere without hearing "All I Want for Christmas Is You." And that woman is still getting paid for royalties off that song, like songwriters' money. The songwriters' checks be huge. But pretty much what this is. Oh hey, Chilla, let me send her a co-host invites. So y'all see, let me find this section and I wanted to read. So it says an insider who was close to life and style says that Mariah is money serves as a defense mechanism for her. And the quote says, being able to spend money and even waste money gives her a lot of happiness. Now that part I believe. They went on to add she loves to throw her money around. If she's feeling sad, she goes shopping. If she's happy, she goes shopping. In addition to this, the source claimed that her advisors are urging Mariah to be more financially wise, but she's turning a deaf ear to their advice. That again, that's another part I believe, because us Aries can be a little hard headed. I'll admit it. It says she just rolls her eyes and accuses them of overreacting. It says previously a second insider shared with the same outlet that the songstress is considering to latch on to someone with his own financial stability because she cannot afford a boy toy at the moment. The reality is these guys cost Mariah a lot of money living a high life, and basically they have had everything she had. It was double everything. The source confided in the previous tip. Somebody need to get fired. Somebody on Mariah's team needs to be fired because they playing in the girl face.
Hope it's not true. Yeesh.
I don't think it's true. Like Mariah Carey and money problems don't even sound right.
Yeah, I feel like she does do all those things, but hopefully it's not detrimental to the bottom line.
Yeah, but who knows? I just know that somebody on her team is talking too much. Oh, Will, your hand up.
Yeah. So from a different perspective, I definitely think it makes sense considering that Mariah has been putting out these anniversary versions of her albums and the vinyls and the this and the that and touring nonstop. That could definitely indicate like some potential financial woes. I have noticed that she has been like out well of the singers and performers of her era, she has been the most active when it comes to celebrating her anniversaries of her albums and stuff like that. So it's like it does give money grab. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope it's not the case.
You know what? That's why I appreciate you being right, because a lot of art, like her peers, especially like people like Brandy, like let's say for example, the Never Say Never anniversary comes out. Brandy pays that dust, honey. she, she's like, okay. I mean, Never Say Never came out this long ago. Okay, that's cute. But Mariah, yeah, she does be like, oh, anniversary. Oh, this. Okay, so I see what you. Okay.
Yeah, even that dance lady, she hadn't put out an album in like 10 years, and she pays majority of her anniversaries dust as well. Like even like I'm talking about like her contemporaries, like the four of the '90s. You got the Celine, Whitney, Mariah, and the Dancing Lady. And of those four, even with Whitney and her estate, they don't do as much of like re-releasing and celebrating of Whitney stuff either. So I just find it very interesting. But either way, the lambs are well fed, and I am so happy for them because other fan bases are famished. It's giving very much.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
It's giving saltine crackers and water. It's giving um, GREs. It's giving just no food. No food.
Oh, I am screaming. Yep, you absolutely right. So, oh, hey, Chili. Chili, got your hand up?
I do, I do. Hello, everyone.
Hey, boo.
Um, I was watching some clips from her concert, and where was she in Brazil? She had that big concert, and everybody was, in love.
Oh, I can't remember where it was.
What? But you've seen the
I'm,
clips online of her
I did,
singing,
yep.
and you notice she's not singing the really high registers that much. I noticed that she seems to be singing in a much lower register. I mean, it sounds good, but it's definitely not the old Mariah.
Absolutely, honey, because of them cigarettes. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Hey, Chaotic Cup. Thank you for coming. Let me see. I'm trying to see which story I want to share with y'all next. And I think it's this one here. So have y'all ever seen the news about Garth Brooks being sued
Mm,
due to sexual harassment?
rape.
Oh, excuse me, and rape. Yep. Due
Oh,
to somebody who worked on his team.
I didn't know about that.
Makeup artist,
So
I
yeah,
believe.
it looks like I'm gonna have to share this web page, but he's actually speaking out, and it turns out that because basically, long story short, the claim was that he was so inappropriate with her. He was like he raped her while she was doing his makeup and stuff like that. He would get undressed with her. trying showing his dingling and all that, pretty much like that Harvey Weinstein creep type shit. And it turns out that it says Garth Brooks claims he was hassled for millions of dollars prior to sexual assault lawsuit, and he does not fear the truth. So he filed an anonymous lawsuit against this woman a couple of months ago and kept it anonymous because, like, for the sake of his family and her family. But I'm actually really interested to see how this story is going to turn out. I actually see us him settling going forward, but he claims he's innocent,
So he filed a
and he is
countersuit.
Paige sits getting on my damn nerves, honey. All this jumping around the ass. Let me just stop sharing this. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Say what?
He countersued her. He countersued. He filed a countersuit against her because she said that he harassed her.
No, not exactly. So before the suit, before her suit, he actually sued her a few
Okay.
months ago for trying to embezzle money from him or something like that.
Oh, so
Yeah,
she threatened to sue. He sued. She sued.
she was asking him for money before the
Mm-hmm.
lawsuit became
I
public. She was trying to get monies, I guess, saying she was going to tell on him that he raped her and was trying to extort money from him.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep, exactly. And I'm gonna share the link in the chat if y'all want to read up on it.
I mean, it was kind of surprising. You never really hear anything about Garth Brooks, you know.
You really don't. Him and Trisha Yearwood be my own in their own little corner, minding their own little business.
I thought if he's an asshole, yeah, you don't hear much about him.
And Happy, she put something really nice in there. She said, "What is it with all these successful men? I saw a bit of the Vince McMahon doc who resigned this year because of something similar to Diddy, rape, drug trafficking, etc."
I
Right.
thought
Girl,
Vince McMahon was like a complete and utter like him and Trump were besties. Come on, like we knew he was up to no good.
hmm
I think it's unusual for someone to just out of the blue, who hasn't had any kind of adverse news or anything about him come out, and then something like this drops. Like, it sort of makes his story believable that
Vince
maybe she
or,
was, you know,
or
trying to get money. And maybe he did undress in front of her because she's his makeup artist. You know, she's around, he's getting ready for his shows or whatever, thinking, you know, not in a perverted manner, but that, you know, they're around each other. It's just, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
agreed. So I'm gonna keep following the news, honey, and see if something else comes out.
Were you going to say something, Cup?
I thought you were talking about Vince McMahon, but you were talking about.
Oh, no. No. I
I'm like,
believe that about him.
So I'm sharing this next article. Oh, it don't look like it went through. So I can get. I guess I. Uh, like so when y'all think about the world's like richest actor, who do y'all think? I would have thought of somebody like Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, definitely somebody white. But it turns out they are not the richest actor, and the richest one he just hit a 1.4 billion dollar net worth, and that man happens to be Tyler Perry.
I
Or
that
oh, an actor. Okay. Ooh.
I think that that's a
That's it.
kind of unfair thing. That isn't his main job. The bulk of his net worth is due to his studio.
hmm
Say the
Yeah,
studio. Actor?
that before, yeah, I would actually consider him to be an actor because before the studio was even a thing, remember he made bank for himself doing his plays.
I
So
agree.
I,
You did make a lot of money on the plays, but I definitely wouldn't have
hmm
thought it would be him.
so yeah, that was pretty. Well, look, I would have thought Ryan Reynolds too happy, but no, it is Tyler Perry. And when I tell y'all, I cannot wait for the day for me to give Tyler Perry some ass and make all my dreams come true. I cannot Wait, honey.
You are, but if we're going by that notion, is he richer than Oprah?
I doubt it.
I,
Then
I doubt he is, but he definitely. I wonder how far apart they are.
I think there's a pretty sizable gap, like 2 to 3 billion.
I'm actually gonna Google that real quick because I am curious. So Oprah Winfrey Network, 3 billion. Oh yeah, yeah. She got him beat.
I mean, what's a few billion
Doing
amongst
studio stuff. I'm not gonna say he's gonna topple her. I don't think that, but I think the gap will become closer than what people realize over time.
Oh yeah, definitely he is on his way, but two billion is 2 billion. What's
Well, as long as he keep making these crazy movies. I mean, Netflix seems to be buying up, his work. So as long as he can keep on, mm.
I think y'all are haters because
As long as he at a studio, he in there. I don't. I mean, he. I'm tired of him writing his own stuff. His best movie was one he wasn't writing by himself.
Well, that's how he gets all the money. He does all the what writing, and that's why he's rich.
Yeah, like I would give him, but sometimes I don't want to see I don't want to see the same story over and over again.
I'm sorry.
Why?
What?
Why the black woman can't have both?
Did you have your hand?
Why she gotta?
Well, did you have your hand up?
Oh no, that was an accident.
Oh, yeah. But
Okay, and
people
who?
keep saying that, but they keep hate watching his movies. So you know.
Look, and
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a
Hate
hate watch
watching is
every last
wild.
one of them.
And they talk about how bad it was, but they wind up being number one on Netflix when they come out.
It's definitely I feel like some hate watching. People don't understand how that works though. A watch is a watch.
hmm Now, show of emoji, show of thumbs up. Does anybody here? I know y'all probably don't watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but are y'all familiar with like certain characters like Mary Crosby, or excuse me, Mary Cosby? Are y'all familiar with her?
Is that the
Yep. So I
black
know
lady?
Benji is. Yep, the black lady that's on there.
Okay.
Yep.
Platonic only.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
some with
that's fair.
supremacists.
Nobody asked for a tomato well.
Well, I bring up Mary Crosby. Well, I keep calling her Crosby. Mary Cosby was, long story short, Mary Cosby, she's the one on there who married her granddaddy.
Right.
So, yes, the preacher. hmm So her son, Robert Jr., he actually is in rehab. So I'm gonna share just so we can look at this for a little bit, sharing my screen. This is from realityt.com. This is Mary Cosby right here. And the stuff that it was in his drug test, that's what I'm like, really, dude? Like, what is you doing? They found now the THC, I don't mind, but they said they found fentanyl. What they say he tested positive for cocaine, fentanyl, and THC. What is you doing around that fentanyl, honey? You are not white. Stay away from that.
So if you are a cokehead, you gotta watch where you get your coke because they'll cut it with fentanyl.
That's what they. Yeah, that's
That
what
is
they be
good
saying.
to
They
know.
be cutting it.
And
Child.
OxyContin, Xanax. I mean, when you start mixing drugs like that, you wind up like Matthew Perry.
hmm
Be planning your funeral.
Or which homie Quan?
Yep. Or Juice World. Well, I don't think Juice World was he did. I know he died of a drug overdose. I don't know if it was fentanyl.
Who's Juice World?
You know what? If you don't know who he is, honey, keep it that way.
Is it just like Jungle Pussy, Auntie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. Jungle Pusher actually makes good music.
Oh, that's music? Interesting.
That's music to you, Auntie.
Why words? I don't understand any of them.
Shout out to my mama for reading me for listening to Jungle Pussy in the car with her. Really gonna turn to the side and go touch my head. Talking about, oh, this is music to you.
Not touch
And I'm
yours.
like, yes.
As she should.
And it was actually a pretty slow news day. So the last story I have for y'all, I'm going to share this. So did y'all know? Have y'all seen Miles Ahead, that Miles Davis biopic that when Don Cheadle played him?
Mm-mm.
I
I have not. I didn't even know there was one on him. I need to watch that then.
Yep, I saw that it came out a few years ago, but I never had a chance to see it. It just kind of slipped my mind. No, and Don Cheadle is actually one of my favorite actors. And what did it for me is a show of his that not too many people know about, but Black Monday that was on Showtime. Don Cheadle led that show, and baby, he was so good and so funny in it. And him and Regina Hall. So it turns out he was on Angela Yee's show. You know, Angela Yee has Way Up that comes on after the Breakfast Club. And he was on there interviewing with her. It looks like I'm gonna have to share my screen with this one too. And he shared some tea that I did not know. Kendrick Lamar was actually supposed to be in that movie. He auditioned to
He
be in the
auditioned.
movie, and he was going to play Junior, Miles' son, of course. But he decided not to because he wanted to focus on his music, and that was at the time where "To Pimp a Butterfly" came out. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that
So
he
I'm glad that
he decided to focus on his music.
I think he would have been good at it though. I can see it. Oh wow, that is good to know.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sure. I have no doubt in my mind that he would have been really, really good in the role. However, I feel like they would have taken away some of the energy that Pimp a Butterfly had. Like that album to me was like a cultural reset, if you will. That was an album for your
That was really
ass.
the launch.
But yeah, and he
Launch of
decided
his
that he done
career.
went through the audition tapes. He was really good. Don Cheadle liked him. Hmm.
yeah, all right was.
So I just thought that was pretty interesting. But Don Cheadle really wanted him in the movie.
Did you watch House of Lies? That was
So,
also.
like I said, I I didn't. And I actually meant to put that on my list because I heard it was really good. So I did not watch it. Him and I think that's him and Kristen Bell, isn't it?
Yeah, outside of him messing with her in that show, I really like that show. But we know how I feel about them hinga dinga couples.
Look, the same way I feel about him. However, if you see me with a white man, mind your business because he paying me and my family's bills. Okay.
What network is House of Lies on?
I think it was Showtime as well.
Showtime.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna have to watch that. I didn't watch that either.
won't be seeing that.
I'm gonna have to do a
I've
little
heard.
trial, a little situation or something. Dang, Showtime had some hitters, but premium man.
What if any of you have Paramount Plus? They include the Showtime with it.
Nope.
Uh, then never mind. Let me be
Never
quiet.
mind. Let me be cool. Find somebody with it.
I don't know. Hammock put up a thumbs down. Was that for the show? Hammock House of Lies?
Who put down the thumbs?
Hammock of cake?
Hammock of cake, desk of Cheez-Its.
Who the hell? Do I know this person?
No, I know
Yeah.
this person, and that's all that matters. Ooh.
We all know this person. You may not know this person. He used to come in
I
our
was just
space.
asking.
Oh, you're a white man comment.
No, they never. Hammock never talks on the mic, but he came in our spaces many times.
Yes, that's my baby. Look, like I ain't look, that white man know he gonna be taking care of me and my family too. So that's like I said, if you see me with a white man, mind your business. We are well taken care of.
We just assume you'll be with a white man anyways. So
Oh wow, wow, wow.
But that's one of the criteria is that he will be taking care of the family.
Exactly. That's why I say I need to work on the energy I'm putting out into the world, honey. Because there's really people out there that think I be like my preference is white. I'm like, you go with one old white man, and everybody think you got a preference for him.
I mean,
No, I just like my men old.
we you would hang out on Fire Island. Don't lie.
Yeah, yeah, and I had a great time in Fire Island. A wonderful time in Fire. That was a great times. One thing I'm not gonna do though is get. I'm just not the kind of person that gets naked on the. I just feel like my body is to only be seen by my husband, so I'm not gonna be parading around with my naked body on no nude beach like that. But I like to see everybody else. But I'm the bitch on the beach with a brocal. Mm-mm.
This is a public space, so I'm not going to put my business out there. But I feel you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. See, that's why you the reason that people think Virgo men is nasty.
They may or may not be right.
Oh my god. Well, like I said, y'all, it was because it was a slow news day. That was all the tea that I had. So, did anybody before we head out? Did anybody have any tea that I missed or anything they wanted to bring up and we can talk about?
Did we talk about Hallie and DDG breaking up?
We did, honey. We did. We was talking about how like the right. I even made a comment saying like the writings was on the wall, but I just chose to ignore the red flags only because I like to see them together. I was one of the
Mm-hmm.
few people that was actually rooting for their relationship. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he has done and said some questionable things.
Who?
Especially then right after we talked about how he because Sherry talked about it in her show how Usher they were at an Usher concert and Usher tried to feed her a cherry and DDG blocked it and gonna take the cherry from Usher and then feed it to her himself. And then
Okay.
shortly after that he announced that breakup announcement.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
saw that.
that. She said, "Sorry for the Diddy. What happened to the guy who carries the umbrella, girl? That was Farnsworth, honey. That's a good question. I know he's married to that lady who she was in White Chicks and Bring It On too. I know
Oh,
he in. So I don't know, like 'cause I haven't seen much of it. Yes, honey. He's married to and they've been married for a long. Let me see if I can find a picture and I
Farnsworth?
can share it with you. Yes, girl.
Well, while you're looking,
why you're a lady?
has her hand up.
Y'all are something else. That man.
Come on, Ashley. Ashley? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
I was having trouble unmuting. Sorry about that. I think it's because I have my ways on and it keeps commandeering my microphone. Um, Cop, it sounds like you're in a tunnel. Um, that was not what I came up here to say, but I was confused for a minute because I can't really even hear what you're saying when you come off the mic. I came up to say, not Usher at the middle of yet another relationship scandal.
That's what I was.
That's,
This man forever is breaking up happy homes.
yeah.
Homes. Just homes.
Let's not
Were they
blame that.
really happy? If he could break them up.
They
Right.
wasn't happy in the beginning.
Okay, y'all. I found a picture of him and the wife and the kids. Hold on, I'm saving it to my computer so I can upload it. But yeah, they have actually been married for a very, very long time. And when y'all see her, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, her." Okay, so I just shared the picture. That's the wife and the kids, honey.
And the white picket
The
fence.
white picket fence. Hmm. Hmm.
So as y'all can see, this was taken last year. So this year they'll be celebrating 11 years of marriage. Happy is skill. Happy said he's straight.
Beautiful, beautiful family.
I'm less shocked that he's straight and more that he married a black woman.
Oh,
I'm surprised on both fronts for sure. Well,
well, I have something. Did anybody watch Entertainment Tonight last night?
I didn't.
what happened? What happened?
They had Jussie Smollett on there. You know, he's only out of prison right now because of an appeal on his conviction for this alleged faking of his attack. And he claimed that he's never changed his story, that other people involved have changed their story many times, but he stands by, what he said. He's in some movie that just came out with, oh, I forget the name of the black actress, but it's his first appearance back into film since the incident. It
Yep, I
was
think the black actress was Vivica Fox.
yes, Vivica Fox. Yes, yes, they're in.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize he was out. And all
Yeah, but
right.
he's still only because he's on appeal. He's not
Yeah,
totally
he's on appeal. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because I remember Vivica was on something. I don't know if it was Tamron or something, but she was talking about it. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me though, but I think Jussie actually directed this movie.
Oh, okay.
oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. But what's
Yes,
Zion?
yes, Cappy. Vivica was my husband's ex, so we're not gonna talk about that. That was a really time. We was going through a really hard time together around that time,
Hey, babe,
and I'm just
From
starting to
the
like
dot.
Vivica again. So let's not touch that subject.
she was
He
gone
drug
in
her through the
50.
mud. Oh,
She
that was
loved.
she loved that man. That was crazy.
Yeah, she did. She was hurt when he broke up with her.
And he didn't just break up with her. He also went around telling her that he ate her ass, she ate his ass. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah,
why would you even?
he told it all. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but in today, I mean, lots of people get their ass eaten. And so what? I mean,
That
come
was
on.
gonna
Yeah.
be my comment. Is like, is that
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
the
but
it's the telling people's business part. Like you really gotta hello?
and
Not
it
in
being Vivica and she's that much older than him. That's what it was a lot of layers to him saying that. He knew what he was doing.
she grown and fine though? So who cares?
Everybody cared. That was the thing.
I don't think everybody cared as much as she may have thought they did because so what?
Yeah.
They had sex. She ate his ass. Oh well. you know.
And he kept dragging her too after, they wasn't together. He kept talking about her.
Yeah, it was a nasty breakup. That's what he get. He shouldn't have left me for her, but that's what he get. But we'll talk. That's another topic for another time.
We're gonna break you of this delusion one day.
Please.
I don't want to be saved. I want him.
you don't want to be safe. Don't save him.
Exactly.
Ever told you you were toxic, hoe?
What? Anybody had anything else? Any other things that y'all wanted to bring up?
Did y'all talk about the longshoremen
The
What's that?
longshoreman? No, I don't think we did.
and the resolution that they came to, at least for
Yeah,
now?
Oh no,
strike
we
is
It
no, we
did.
over.
didn't.
People were buying up toilet paper and paper towels, and those things are, produced locally. They do not come in ships from overseas, and people were buying that up. Like, what is wrong with
Oh
you people?
yeah. People was putting limits and stuff on the store. I did see some pictures and stuff of people. The store was putting limits because people were buying up paper towels and toilet paper.
Yeah,
It's
most
on
paper,
You
hold
know,
till
Americans can be less than
January
smart.
most paper products are made in the
in the
Midwest.
USA.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely the
Mhm.
paper stuff like that. But yeah, people was buying the stuff.
Hey,
Some medical supplies though come from overseas. I was more worried about that. And there
getting
was a huge. I'm sorry. Hold on, cup. There was a huge IV production factory of IV fluids, the most commonly used one in the storm area
Mhm.
that has been destroyed. So they're going to have a shortage, and that's local. But I mean, it was destroyed in the flooding, so there's going to be a shortage of that kind of stuff for a minute. Normal saline, which is like, you know, like gauze. Almost everybody gets that at the hospital. You know, it's a very basic IV fluid for dehydration that they give you, and that's what they produce. That and another, not not so widely used food, but normal saline is like pretty basic. So that factory was destroyed, taken offline.
That's yeah. That's
Nothing,
that's that's worrisome.
yeah,
Oh,
nothing to do with the strike, but it's on hold till what, January 15th. I think the optics of showing that guy's
Hmm.
big old mansion in Jersey and he drives a Bentley, the boss, the union boss, and a picture with Trump sort of made them stand down because it was going to hurt the Republicans if that had gone on. Because they were going to believe Trump had something to do with it, which of course wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility. That's how he operates. But I think that had a large part in them agreeing to stand down until January the 15th. So, yeah.
I think if you look across unions, most union bosses actually are fairly wealthy. That aside, the
Mm-hmm.
deal that you can get and what your membership body looks like are generally different. So look at the UAW. UAW should, like on paper, if you look at the deal they got from Biden Obama, uh, you would think that they would be more Democratic leaning, but the membership, the makeup of the membership, and where they are generally located, mostly in the Detroit area, in plants around Texas, Indiana. Um, they actually, their membership is like highly Republican, so they tend to vote in their own disinterest. Again,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I I come from a union background, so I just kind of like I personally didn't like the optics of like doing this because I think the agreement they have is only through I think like you said through January.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna happen after January? Y'all gonna have to strike again, or I I just didn't like why did y'all give in so easily?
they're fighting a non-winning battle though. Like that's part of the problem. But I do think they want to save this until after the election. Like no, neither
Yeah,
side wins, so pushing this, I think both parties wanting this pushed until after the election tends to be in both parties' best interest.
yep, I think you're right.
Well, I think it was going to hurt the Republicans, and it's already crippled, by what we see that's going on. So I think it was purely a political move because they thought it was going to hurt the Republican vote. That's the only reason I think it's tabled. It was because of the picture of him shaking Trump's hand and showing his nice sprawling mansion. So yeah.
You are giving so much credit to Republicans. Jesus, they are not. They are not.
Well, I mean that's just how I feel about it. But them fighting automation, I agree, it's a losing battle. You can't stop, you know, progression. A lot of industries have been affected by it. Other people lose their jobs. Like, what makes them exempt? I hate to see it for them, but you can't fight automation. And if it saves companies money in this country, that's like one of the basics in capitalism is it's gonna happen. I don't care how much you fight it, it's gonna happen.
And it's not a little bit of money. I think that's where people like kind of get this wrong. They're like, oh, automation for automation's sake. It's like, no, when you have to count things in a container ship, that takes
Hmm.
time and a lot of time. Like a machine can do this very quickly.
And
Uh,
move product around.
right.
Hmm.
This is like a very goofy fight in terms of
So it's going to change
we're
the
not
whole
fighting
game.
something that's like 10 years off. The tools are there now.
Right. It exists already. So yeah, it's going to change the whole game with the shipping container industry.
Yeah.
But no, that's all I got.
On Happy, she just put in the comments, Phaedra Parks returns to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's good for her. You know she only
You know
was
she
only
only
able to do
was
that
on
because Candy is off the
Candy
show now.
is off the show now. Want her back, but
She,
I get that she was gonna come back once Candy said she wasn't gonna be there anymore. I knew she was coming back.
how the
Yeah.
hell she get to be on so many
Be on
shows?
so many shows. In Atlanta now. In Atlanta now.
I mean, one thing I'm gonna give to Phaedra, she does have like that personality. Like she's made for TV. Like she is not.
Like she
I
is
mean,
not.
I
Atlanta
hate that.
now.
She really didn't make that much of an impact on Married to Medicine, but she tried. I'll give it that. She really tried. But yeah, I think her coming back to Atlanta is gonna kind of because Atlanta has gotten boring. I didn't even watch the
I
last
never watched it.
season.
They can either wrap it up, wrap it up, end it, or do a total reclass cast if you're gonna keep it because it's uh,
Potomac's
Yep.
the best. I'm telling you.
Potomac is definitely number one in my heart right now.
Potomac is cute, but what we not gonna
Unfortunately,
do because Potomac came on
unfortunately,
years after Atlanta has already
Atlanta
made an
has already
impact.
made an impact. It did, but it is number one now. It is number.
And if it wasn't for Atlanta, there would be no Potomac. So let's keep that in mind.
This is true. This is very true. But every legacy come to an end. They need to
Now,
go
Cup,
on
are
and
you gonna
do
let
it.
your new wife
Your new
join
wife
the Real
joined
Housewives
the
of
Real
Potomac?
Housewives of Potomac. Who the new wife?
This if he doesn't stop this dumb shit,
Wait a minute now.
Will has his hand up.
Atlanta will always be the Target, and Potomac will always be the Walmart. That is all.
Wake it up.
Wait.
Wake it up.
Well, they got some Walmart cast members on Atlanta, and I don't like it. Give me the legacy.
I
I
haven't
would
seen
love Nene
the new one.
over Phaedra. I would love Nene over Phaedra. I know Nene's never going to come back to Housewives, but they are giving her the coins for other shows. So, you know,
Did I read somewhere that they were talking about her having a show of her own again? Or
she hosted something on E. E doesn't don't they own E? She hosted something recently, or
mm,
is going to be hosting something, and it's related to NBC.
oh, okay,
But I would love her back. I would take her over Phaedra every day.
yeah, me too.
And Happy also asked in the chat, any new shows to recommend her to watch over the weekend. I would actually
I would
recommend
actually
because it came back season 2 came back last night, but found on NBC. You can actually watch the first season on Peacock. But I thought it was a really good show, and I think you'd enjoy it.
yeah, I need to watch that myself. Agatha All Along. I
oh
don't think
yeah,
you can watch that Happy, but Agatha All Along.
Yes, I have watched The Penguin, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. Happy. Only 2 episodes are out now, and the third episode comes out on Sunday. But yeah, I like
Yeah,
I pretty much anything Batman related, like Benji.
I have not watched The Penguin yet. I will be watching it this weekend, but I'm excited about it because it it looks like it was going to be a really good show. I loved when they did Gotham. I know a lot of people who didn't. Toward the end, Gotham was getting kind of ridiculous, but I thought it was a really good show overall. So I'm glad they're doing another show.
Hmm. Um, Colin Farrell. He's like, "You bitches want to see some acting? Okay, I'm gonna show you bitches some
show you
acting."
bitches some
Because he
acting.
is
Mhm.
showing
But
his
he is
ass. He is showing his ass in that show, honey.
I watched the trailer for the Joker. I got to
Well,
say, I was not impressed. Now, if the trailer cannot impress you, then I don't have high hopes for this movie.
I've liked the trailer, but I've been seeing everybody saying that
Mm-mm.
the musical stuff uh is not good. That's what I've been reading people say. And I'm like, well, I want that to be really good. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be going to see it or not. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I put it on my favorite list because of course it's Joker, but I'm not really sure if that's going to be good movie or not.
It didn't grab me, and the trailer's supposed to grab you, right? Even because a lot of people to see the
I,
trailer and go see the movie and say the trailer was the best part, right? But I didn't find it interesting. I'm thinking, this doesn't look too good.
I was actually not a fan of the first one. Like I mean it was cute for a little yin around the house, but the way people was going up for excuse me, the way
excuse
white
me,
people
the
were
way
going
white
up
people were
for it, they made it seem like it was the best Joker movie ever out there. And I was like,
and
okay.
it wasn't.
okay.
It was different, but it definitely wasn't the best. I think the memes that you got from the first one, I think that's what they really. I will give it that. There were a lot of moments, memeable moments, and the little dancing with the little mini Joker and all that stuff that was cute and all that. Like I think got from that, but the best Joker, no. But I don't know. I may not be seeing the second one, which is not good because
Oh, I'm definitely
Oh,
not
I'm
going to see it.
definitely.
And if I do watch it,
If
it's
I
going to
do
be on one
watch
of
it, it's
them
going to be on one
Chinese
of them
movie
Chinese
websites.
movie websites.
I might not be going to the theaters. DC been letting me down in the
DC,
movies, and I am a DC fan,
DC couldn't
but
get
y'all let me down. They've let me down too many times in theaters. I'll have to return to either start reading the comics more, but or go back to the animation. Which shout out to the was it Batman Crusader was really good, really
DC.
good,
DC animation is really good, but DC cinematic universe.
horrible. The writing isn't there. Like the writing is not. I don't know what they be thinking. I don't. It's just not there. Well, granted, I did like the latest Batman because it was different than the other ones. I don't know, a lot of people didn't like it, but it did give a little different thing than other movies before. But I still feel like their writing lacks depth.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. The only thing I hated about it was Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, I hated her in it. I was like, she just ruined every scene that she was in for me.
I'm still saying all of them are bad. They did have a good run on TV though, because not Batgirl, but
Oh, those are bad. Wait a
Supergirl,
minute, cuz.
Supergirl was good. The Flash was good. Arrow was good.
The shows were not good to me. Most of the shows were not good. No, I will get to that.
I
No,
was a
most of
huge
the
fan
shows.
of Batwoman. I don't care what y'all say.
Teach his own.
However, now, one of the reasons I'm definitely not paying money to go see this new Joker movie, honey, because like I always say, if there are no Harley Quinn haters on this earth, that means I have passed on. I don't like that
I
bitch.
don't
I
like that.
can't stand
Hey,
that bitch.
see, I'm a fan of Harley Quinn in general, and I like
Doctor
the story that they're
Doctor
telling with this one because it's closer to her actual, closer to her origin story.
Do you
to
I
hate?
would
hell
say,
with Dr. Harleen Quinzel. I am not here for her. I think she's
I think
stupid.
she's
right.
stupid.
To hell with
She
her.
was crazy before.
In every iteration, or the person who was playing her?
No, I love the person who's playing her. Now, don't do that. You know, I'm a gay boy, honey. You know, we love some Gaga. No, I don't like the character.
Oh,
I just, it's just,
I like the character.
I thought you were talking about what's her face from Barbie.
oh, Margot Robbie. Oh no, we stand for her, honey.
Ugh, that's
Oh no, we like her. No,
nasty.
don't do that. No, it's just something about a psychiatrist who falls in love with one of her patients and do crazy shit because of him. Like I just like, bitch, is you dumb? Like all them years of medical school just gone to waste.
And that's why I want to see the new one because they made her. crazy before meeting him. So that's kind of why I wanted to see the new one. But if the musical stuff ain't giving what I thought it was, then I don't know.
I don't want to
You
see another DC movie ever again.
you're making the assumption that crazy doctors don't exist, and they do.
Yeah, that's true.
Doctor Death proved that one.
Oh,
Doctor
Dr.
Death.
Dev, Dr. Giggles. Well,
Yeah, Doctor Death.
well, I certainly enjoyed sipping tea with y'all today. Any more tea before we head out?
No, my cup is empty.
Oh, well, thank y'all for listening to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea Friday edition. We will certainly be back on Monday at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. So if y'all have some time out of your busy day, come and chill with me. And I want to wish you all a fabulous weekend.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.